this is Ginger from My Sister Scrapper. Today I want to share a project with you that I created using Graphic 45's Love Notes collection. I did use the 12 by 12 papers as well as the patterns and solids, the chipboard elements, as well as the pockets and tags and ephemera cards. I also used some of the Graphic 45 Fabulous Roses here in the linen and the natural as well as the red. So on the front cover, what I created was obviously a mini album. This is a gatefold style mini album. It is kind of large. The covers measure 5.5 by 8.25. And on the front cover, I used the patterns and solids here, fussy ketchup elements here and here and here. And then I have some chipboard, some of the flowers, and then I did double layer this with the patterns and solids and a piece from the border strip. This is a magnetic closure. I wanted to add the flowers, but when you open your book, I didn't want the flowers to get smashed. So I created this little closure here with a magnet on it. So it's a double magnet. So this whole piece will come off, and then I used some of the fabulous papers here on the inside. There's a couple of magnets in here to hold this shut. So that just comes off like this. And then on the spines, I have some of the really pretty piano keys on both sides, and then on the back I use the gorgeous rose print. Love this collection, it's so pretty. So the way it works is you open it like this. I know, right? So pretty. On this side here first, I went ahead and I used some of the policy envelopes as well, and then this is one of the pieces of the design paper that I added on some ivory cardstock. I did add some little chipboard elements here to the strings of the policy envelopes, and then I punched a cute little circle here with a circle punch. So I did decorate the tabs as well. So this just unfolds like this, and then on the inside of each one of these I have a booklet for 2 4x6 photos right here. And there's the back. Again, I use the patterns and solids as well as the design paper in the 12 by 12. So that goes back like this, and then these just tie closed. So there's 3 pages on each side. So on this side first, there's a pocket in the front. I have a photo mat with one of the cut aparts, and then they're ivory on the back. Again, I have another booklet here for 4x6. I did add some design paper here as well, and a fussy cut stamp image, and then this is from the patterns and solids and some of the really pretty piano key paper there. So all the pages are the same as far as the style. There's a pocket in the front, then you flip it over, and then I made a little tuck spot here with one of the chipboard elements, and then I have another one of the cut aparts right here. I made a photo mat, and then they will all have a top loading pocket with a large photo mat right here, so you can journal here and put a couple of photos here as well as photos on the back if you want. So those go back at the top like this, and then the little tuck spot will hold the little flap down. So over here I have one of the chipboard elements. I did use some pretty Mayarts ribbon right here. Again, another cut apart element, another 4x6 booklet, again some more design paper on the inside, and then some more of the really pretty paper here. I did add a strip of the solid red in between the gussets just to add some more color to the papers. Again, another little strip of paper here, another chipboard element, and I use a little circle punch for the backing, and then this is the insert for this one. Again, love the border strip paper. This is, I think, from the patterns and solids, and I love the hearts. And on the last page, again, this is from the pockets and tags. I put it on some dimensional foam tape and some more cute little cut aparts that I matted on black, and then ivory on the back. And another one with 4x6. Again, border strip and cute little stamp, and some more of the design paper here. And the insert on this one, again, another chipboard element here that I did add a sticker to, another piece of Mayarts trim, and here is the insert for this one. These are quite large. They measure 5 by 10. So you've got like a 3-inch spot here, And then you've got space here for photos as well. So on the opposite side, again, it's the same. I've got another cute little policy envelope here. And inside is another booklet. So pretty. And then again, the pages. So again, I have another chipboard element here, some more trim. I did use a border sticker here, because the cool thing is you do get the stickers with the 12 by 12 collection pack. And then I layered up some design papers here, and I put some ivory on the back. Another booklet here. Some more of the pretty paper there. And on the back of this one, I used a small little envelope and made a little tuck spot here with a sticker, put it on some black cardstock and fussy cut around it. And then I did decorate this cute little small policy envelope with the sticker and some more cardstock. And inside, I have an ATC tag with some of the patterns and solids on the front. And again, this cute little thing goes right here. And then here's the insert for this one. Love this paper, so pretty. And over here, again, another chipboard element here with some of the musical instruments, another cut apart, and another little photo booklet for some photos. And then you flip it over. Again, I made another little tuck spot with one of the cut aparts. I stuck one of the tags from the pockets and tags, and then another cute little cut apart element here. And then this is the insert for this one with the fabulous piano keys. And on the last page, again, a large sticker element right here. Some more cute little instrument cut aparts. And another booklet right here. And some more of the design paper. I think that's from the signature page. And then you flip it over. Again, I put this cut apart here up on some foam tape, and then I made a tuck spot so that would hold that flap down with another one of the tags from the pockets and tags. And then here's the insert for this one with the striped paper. So then on the back inside cover, what I created was I just kind of made a little collage here with some of the cut aparts, and I fussy cut some of the stamps, and I trimmed this little journal card off. And then I have some ribbon here, and then I made a little double slider element for a little hidden love note. So those are from the journal. Those are the 4x6 journaling cards. So you can just write it here and then continue writing, and then it's kind of secret, so you just slides right back in there like that. So that's my gatefold mini album using the beautiful Love Notes collection. And now I'm going to show you really quick how I made the pages in this book, and I am going to show you how I made that little double slider piece. So I'm going to go ahead and gather my supplies, and I'll do that tutorial for you right now. Okay, so I'm going to show you how I made the pages first, and it's a pretty simple page. So for each page, you're going to need a sheet of cardstock, and I'm going to use craft. I did use black in the book, but I think craft shows up a lot better on video. So you're going to need your scoreboard. Your design or your cardstock needs to measure 7 3/4 by 11, and you're going to take it with 11 inches across the top. You're going to score at 5 1/4. And 10 1/2. Okay, so that's the base of the page, and then we're going to make the piece for the pocket on the front of our page. You're going to need a piece that measures 6 1/4 by 3 1/2, and with the 6 1/4 inches across the top, you're going to score at 1/2 inch. Rotate it a quarter turn and score at 1/2 inch again. Rotate it one more time and score at 1/2 inch. So we have a 1/2 inch score line on the two short sides and along the bottom edge here, and that's going to be our pocket. Now for the insert that goes at the top a top loading pocket on our page, you're going to need one piece that measures 5 by 10.5, and you're going to score this at 3 1/4. Okay, we're going to fold on our score lines. For the insert, I took a corner rounder and I did round the corners. It just makes the insert go into your slide into your pocket a little easier. So I rounded the 2 bottom ones, and then I rounded these 2 here on the flap. So that's the top loading insert for the page. We're going to go ahead and fold on our score lines. So that's our page, and now what we want to do is we want to fold the score lines on our little pocket. So we're going to fold those down. So now we're going to go ahead and add our adhesive. I like to use score tape, so I'm going to take my 3/8 inch score tape and add it to my tabs. Okay, now we want to take those corners out to remove the bulk so our pocket will lie flat. So I'm going to take my scissors, and right where those intersect, I'm going to just trim those at an angle. So that way when you fold them in, you have a nice flat pocket. So now what we want to do is we want to add this pocket to the base of our page. So I like to open it up, and I have the tab here on the front. I'm going to take the pocket, I'm going to butt it up against the raw edge here, and I'm going to peel the backing off of my score tape along the bottom edge only. Make sure that I'm lined up here. And I'm going to fold that over and stick it down. Okay, so now what I want to do, because what we're doing is we're going to seal up this bottom. So we're going to fold this over like this. We're going to pull the backing off of these tabs. And go ahead and fold it up. Okay, that's our page. So then this is your page, and this is what's going to sit on your hinge. So you have your front pocket right here, and then when you get it attached to your hinge, you'll have your top loading pocket for your insert to go inside, just like this. And the reason why we have this 1/2 inch tab here is so we can have the full width of our page. So that's your page for the gatefold book. So now how I created the little double slider mechanism. I know there's lots of tutorials out there, but I wanted something to accommodate a larger 4x6 panel. So this is what I came up with. You're going to need 2 pieces of cardstock that measure 5 inches by 7 3/4. You're going to need 2 pieces. And then you're going to need 2 pieces that measure 6 1/4 by 4 1/2. You're going to need 2 of those. And then you're going to need a piece that measures 5 by 7 1/8. And for my pull tab, you can use a graphic 45 tag like I did, or you can do an upcycle and use a tag from the packaging. And we're going to glue that to one of these, and that's going to be our pull tab. I did trim off the bottom so it would fit on my panel like this. And then you're also going to need some sort of a plastic bag. I just used a bag from Target, and with the bag still in its form, I went ahead and just trimmed it down so I had a piece that measured about 6 inches wide. Okay, and it doesn't matter how long it is because we're going to trim it after we wrap it around, but you will need a shopping bag. And I just, again, a grocery bag from your local grocery store, or again, this is just a Target bag. You're going to need some 1/4 inch score tape, 3/8 inch score tape, and then some kind of an embossing buddy or a powder tool or something just to help the static and the friction to make your slider mechanism work really well. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to grab our scoreboard and we're going to score the pieces that measure 5 by 7 3/4. So with the 7 3/4 across the top, we're going to score it 1/2 inch. And we're going to score the other piece exactly like that at 1/2 inch. And we're done with our scoreboard. Now fold on the score line. Okay, so I have those two pieces that we scored, and what we want to do is we want to attach them together like so. So I'm going to add my tape. Pull the backing off. And line it up. So it's just like this. And it's okay that we have a seam here because that's going to be glued to the back inside cover of our book. So it's all good. So we're going to set that aside, and now we're going to work on the slider mechanism. So taking the piece that's 5 by 7 1/8, what we're going to do is we are going to, let's add our tape. We're going to add our 1/4 inch tape to both sides of this piece of cardstock. So over on this side, and then on this end, and then we're going to flip it over and do the same thing. So this is basically making like a little track for our little slider mechanism, because we don't want it to shift back and forth and get all wonky. So I kind of found that this helps if you keep it contained. So now we've got this piece, and now we're going to take our little grocery bag. We're going to lay it on here, and you're going to need your scissors. And the key to this is you don't want it to be too tight, but you don't want it to be too loose. I know, don't you hate it when people say that? But seriously, that's the way it goes. And make sure you don't have a crooked cut here. There you go, that looks a little bit better. So I'm going to cut this wonky piece off right here. Okay. We're going to fold that over, and we're going to add a piece of score tape right along the top of this little bag, just like so. It doesn't have to be perfect. Nobody's going to see this. It's all going to be hidden. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to pull the backing. Before I do that, let's take our little powder bag. Just kind of go over it really good here on both sides. You can take a baby powder, little bowl of baby powder with a paintbrush and do the same thing. That's all that's in here. Okay. All right. Here we go. So we're going to put it, center it right in there like so. Take the backing off of our tape. Now we've got our little bag, and again, we don't want it too tight. We're just going to lay it over and just kind of let it fall like so. And stick it down. Then we can take our scissors and trim off the excess. And I like to take it and just kind of make sure it's going to move really good. Kind of have to get it started. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take our panels, and these are the panels that are going to have our 4x6 card on top. And the way I do it is I put one here on the front, and then I'm going to flip it over, and I put these on without putting my design paper on first, just so I can get, I don't want to put something on upside down. So this is how I did it. Again, I'm going to take my 1/4" score tape, and I'm going to add the tape to the bag right here, right on that seam that we did the first one. And take the backing off. And make sure our card is centered in there, like so. Okay, now we're going to flip it over, and we're going to add tape here as well. And I kind of want to see where it's going to go. But before we do that, you can add your tag. So I'm going to add my tag first. And you can use the Graphic 45 tag dies to die cut your design paper. And I just covered the top portion because the rest was covered by my 4x6 journal card. So I'm going to put this here, and I just centered it. I left it even with the where it starts to round here, and I just centered it right on my paper like so. And now this is going to go here like this. Okay. I'm going to add this on here. I didn't go all the way to the edge because this is only 6 and this is 6 1/4 wide. And we are going to okay, like that. And then, ta-da! See? Don't you love it? Now to cover up all this little stuff, that's what this is going to come in handy. So what we've got is, I'm going to go ahead and pull these out just a little. We're going to sandwich this right in between our little cute mechanism. So I'm going to take the tape backing off of both sides on one side of this. And I'm going to fit it right in there on that side and on that side and stick it down. Now we're going to take the backing off of this side and fold it over and then add another piece of adhesive on here. This was our original tab from the picture piece. So we'll take that off and take that off. And then just fold this over. Stick it down. So what that does is it makes a track so this won't wiggle around. And it should. There we go. Ta-da! Don't you love it? I know, I love it. So what I did is I could see a little bit of my bag, so I just made it work. I punched a scallop border and just attached it here at the bottom of this piece along the top just to give a little more. So there you go. That's how I created the pages in my Love Notes Gatefold mini album. as well as the really fun hidden love note message double slider mechanism on the back inside cover. So there you have it, everybody. Thanks for watching. Bye.